Hi everyone, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY Hope you're having a wonderful day. On this video tutorial, I'm excited to show you how you can layer stencils and use one stencil on two different surfaces to create a really cool look. So as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have questions. I'm gonna try to drop a pin real quick. The things that I will be using today are from Magnolia Design Company and the Dollar Tree. Okay, I'm getting better at this. Okay, I just pinned a comment to the very bottom of the page. So if you're wanting to look at anything I'm talking about today, you can just go straight down there. Okay, so let's see, where should I start? I was at Dollar Tree this week. I had been seeing all of these cool projects on Pinterest that were made with wooden, what looked like house shapes, all right? And I looked on Amazon, couldn't find anything, and then I happened to be at my Dollar Tree, and they had several different things for $1 a piece that were the shape that I was looking for. So I bought a whole bunch, and then I started playing. And I have so many cute ideas to show you, I can't wait. But this is what they look like when you get them. I mean, they're really not terrible at this point. This one is solid like fiberboard or something. The only thing about these things at Dollar Tree is that, dang, I hate these stickers they put on them. They are so darn hard to get off. Anyway, so that is one. I bought several of that. And then is this style, which we're going to use this side. But I may come back and put some sheet music or something cute in there. So I bought several different sizes of this style also. And we're going to do the backs of them. Okay, and I did want to tell you that the thing I found the easiest to do to get these darn stickers off is to use your blow dryer, or if you have a heat gun, that would work too. And blow it on the stickers for a little bit. That sort of releases the glue a little bit. And then carefully pull your stickers off. And then I just used a sanding sponge and I just went over it and sanded off all that sticky residue. And you can't really even see it now on anything. So that is my tip for getting it off. Oh my gosh, let me show you just a couple that I have here. I want you to stay to the very end because I have a dog one that is so cute. Okay, this says, hard to see in this light. It says happy, love, hope, and joy. And do you see how they're spread across two different pieces? The writing, I love it. Do you guys think these are cute? So we're gonna do something that's just a little bit plainer today, in that we're gonna use white over the top of this natural color. For these, I painted them blue before I got started. I painted this whole one blue, and I painted part of this one blue. And this is what that one started like. Okay. So there's, what we're talking about now is the base that your stencils are gonna have. And there's a lot of different things that you could do. We're gonna use this one because I have other styles to show you. This is the leopard print stencil from Magnolia Design Company that comes in a set with this buffalo check or plaid or whatever you call this. It's a really good deal. I used this one on a project here that we're gonna do also today, actually do it. Okay. So we're going to use this one for this project that I have coming up. But here's the polka dot, which I've already used this thing like 5 or 6 times. This may be my favorite Magnolia Design Company basic stencil because there's so many cute things you could do with that. And that one comes in the pack with our little puppy paw prints, and it's a really good deal. And so I have one that I did with this that I will show you at the end, so stay with me. I see Mary, I see Gail, I see Arlene, and Sandy, and lots of you guys hopping on. Hey, if the comments are driving you crazy, I don't know if I haven't said this in a while, but you can swipe them to the side and they'll disappear. And then if you want them back, you just swipe them back. Wanted to tell you that. Also, I wanted to let you know that if you like this project or you like anything else that we do on DIY Dreaming, I would love it if you would sprinkle this video to your social media. And what else? I dropped a pin at the bottom with the link to magnoliadiy.com. That's my website, in case you want to look at any of these awesome stencils I'm talking about. Another one that would be really cute on this idea is the wood. So let's actually do these. I have two of them here that are all ready to go. And they're these two. They're two different sizes because I thought that would be the cutest. I peeled the stickers off and sanded them. I didn't spray them with the sealer. I'm not really sure that it's 100% necessary for this step. I did spray after I did the first layer though. And I'll show you that in just a minute. So I'm gonna put these two together so that the bottoms are pretty lined up. And I think, whoops. You know, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to fuzz my stencil. I forgot. Okay, so these green stencils from magnoliadiy.com, they are super sticky, which is good. And so, this has got fuzz on it. So you really do need to fuzz them before you use them, at least for the first several, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. And Magnolia has this awesome little green fuzzing cloth that you fuzz on this side, and then you can pat your stencils dry on this side, which is really handy. If you're impatient like me, which I am so impatient for things to dry so I can move on to the next step or, you know, do the next project. Okay, I'm only gonna fuzz that one time because I've used it a few times already. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back to what I was telling you before. And I think you can see this. I wanted to use this black matte. So do you see that I put the two bottoms together so that when they stand up, this is how it will look. And I am just going to pull this piece of fuzz off of my stencil that came off of my fuzzing cloth. I really need to wash that thing. Oh well, it's not an important spot. And I'm going to lay this down and figure out, I don't think these go any particular direction. Not that I can tell anyways. So I'm going to lay the stencil over the whole thing and I'm going to line it up on one side where it starts. I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. With this kind of a pattern, I don't know if it really matters that you get it absolutely straight, but I just put the edge right here and right here. Okay, and then we're gonna use this awesome, brilliant white chalk paste from Magnolia DIY. And you guys, if you're wanting to order this, they do have more coming in very soon. So, just in case you're wondering. And that's what it looks like. It's really yummy. And I am just going to take one of these little squeegee things, which they come a little bit bigger than this, like about 2 times as big as this for like $2.50. And I cut them into smaller pieces and they're flexible. These are so nice to work with. So if you're gonna place an order, grab a squeegee for sure. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a blob and put my glasses on so I can see. And I'm gonna start spreading it. And I wanna make sure that I go all the way out to the edges. Can you guys see how easy this is? Seriously. Okay, and I do want to move pretty quickly because I don't want this first part of the stencil to be all dry by the time I get to the next one. And I'll show you in one of my projects what that looks like when that happens. I was moving way too slow this morning. So right now I'm just picking up the excess and putting it back in the little pot. Okay, and then I'm going to do the next one over. And I'm going clear up to the edge. So, what are you guys up to this week? Anything fun? I am in wedding countdown mode right now with the, I don't know, 50 things that I need to be doing, which are like crazy things. Like today I got to take our youngest dog to the vet to get her shots updated so that she can be boarded. And I took a pretty bracelet that my mother-in-law gave me years ago to a jeweler to get a little safety chain put on it so that the bride can wear it on her wedding day. And oh my gosh, it's just stuff like that. I finished my last glass etching. I have etched probably, I don't know, 100 pieces of glass for the wedding. And I have 25 other things to do. So okay, so here's the perfect example of not moving fast enough because it's already starting to lift up. Dang, we're gonna have to add some more. That is frustrating. And with these mesh stencils from Magnolia, they're really nice to work with because you can lift them up and take a peek and then lay it back down. Yeah, I was definitely moving too slow, darn. And it could also be because of what I'm stenciling on. You know, that's a possibility too. I wonder if it would have been better if I had sprayed this with that spray that I usually use before I started. That might have helped. Okay, I don't know if you can look in and see right here where the chalk paste has started to dry. And so when I lift up the stencil is pulling up parts of the chalk paste. So now I'm having to sort of go back over it and push it back through on the spots where I can see that it's doing that. And it really doesn't necessarily matter because there's going to be so much going on with this that, okay, I'm just going to do this whole bottom again. We're going to say good enough, however this comes out. Oh, the bottom row is not good. Oh well. So I'm going to throw my stencil in a little tub of water. Wash off my hands a little bit because I've got chalk all over. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I could possibly go back and fix this later when it's really, really, really good and dry. Okay, so you can see at the bottom where it's sort of dried and pulled the chalk paste off. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, I'm going to set these guys aside. So that's basically how you do the first step. Then, when your first step is done, whichever stencil you used, you're going to spray it with this matte finish. And this it seals it in so that the next stencil you lay on the top of that chalk paste isn't going to pull it up. Okay? And I have one all ready to go that I'm going to show you guys. And these are just the little solid ones. And I used that plaid on these. Isn't that cute? Have to remember which way I had it. Is it that way or this way? It was this way. So what I did is I laid this plaid stencil down over the top of the whole thing, and then I just put my chalk paste on really quick, fast enough that it wasn't a problem with these. Okay, and let me wash my hands off a little bit because they're covered with chalk paste. And then I'll show you the next thing. We're going to use the family tile stencil that is so cute. And I've used it for a lot of different projects. And what I like about this stencil is that you can use the whole thing together. It has a whole bunch of great family words, or you can just pull out bits and pieces to use, and that's what we're gonna do. And for purposes of this, this demonstration here, I'm gonna show you how you can split a word in between two, just like I did with this one. Can you see family? I split the word in between the two things. So it's sort of like the same idea. You lay the stencil over the top of two pieces. Okay, so I was going to do the word blessing right here. And I was thinking about doing the word joy also. Now I'm gonna do it in black just to keep this super neutral, but you could do a bright color of chalk paste if you wanted. That would be super cute. Maybe we should do this in red. What do you think? I think we should, just to try. Is there a stencil you have that has leaves for fall and also the word that says fall? Okay, Diane, they're getting a whole bunch of new stencils in. I think either sometime towards the end of next week or in the first week of August. And I've seen some of them, and yes, there's some fall stuff. There's also some new faith stencils coming that I'm excited about. Okay, so I'll put my two pieces together. I'm not going to fuzz this because this has been used a lot. And like I said, we're going to use blessing, and I think we'll do joy in the heart, and we'll do it in red. We'll see how that looks. I haven't used red on this yet. I think it looks cuter also to not have your amount of words be exactly even, but to have like more on one side than the other. And so I'm going to do the BLE on one side, and then the SSING, the heart, and all of the joy on the other. And I'll show you after I get my chalk on. So we're going to use this red chalk paste, and it's called Old Glory Red. It's an awesome color. Love this stuff. I think it'll be great at Christmas time. Okay, so I just took a little blob, and I'm using a smaller squeegee that I cut into a smaller piece, just so I don't go outside of my lines. So if you're just joining me, this video, in this video, I'm showing you guys how you can layer stencils, especially with the awesome sort of all over pattern stencils that Magnolia Design Company has. And then how you can use one like word of a stencil over the cross of two pieces. Okay, so, oh my gosh, this is so cute. I'm so glad I did it in red. Okay, let me throw this in my tub of water and push it down. All right, so I will show you what this looks like. It's really cute. Whoops, wrong way. Isn't that cute? Now, these little houses from Dollar Tree, they were $1 a piece. They came with this twine around them with a little ball. And so I pulled it off. I mean, it was easy. And I'm all about reusing and repurposing. So I just used this little twiny stuff on this project right here. I just tied it back around these two at the top. Can you see those? Sorry, my fingers are in the way. When I'm all finished, I'm going to take pictures and put that in the comments. Okay, so let me show you some of the other ones that I did. And also I will finish, let me stand these up. I will finish the one that we did today. I may fix the leopard spots at the bottom before I go on. Okay, and I started to show you guys this one that says, happy, love, hope, and joy. Isn't that cute? I think it is, darling. I like that one. And okay, this one I did not spread it out over two pieces of surface, but what I did is I just covered the whole thing up with different words from that same stencil. Blessing, joy, home, happy, grateful. And then I took some of that leftover twine that I had, put it on there, and I used a little black bead that I had that I got from Hobby Lobby. And this is an idea that I want to tell you guys about. Sometimes when the season's over at Hobby Lobby, you can get these awesome long garlands that have seasonal colors on them for almost nothing. And so I bought this. I bought like 4 of them because they were like $2 a piece. And then I've been cutting them up and using different pieces of them for different projects. I mean, you cannot beat that. So when you're at Hobby Lobby and there's a sale on whatever the last season was, look in it and see what you can find, because these must have been for Halloween or something, or fall, I think. But they're usable all year long. And I got a total steal on those. So that's what I used on this one. And I didn't do anything to the other side of it. So, of course, I always do things on both sides. So when I get bored of one thing, I can just flip it around. We'll probably do a project here with either some scrapbook paper or a vintage dictionary page or some sheet music or something that we'll put inside of that, and we'll do some sort of 3D thing, like maybe a flower or a cross. Maybe I'll do one of those 3D glue crosses that you can then gild. That might be really pretty. Anyways, so that one's done. And now let me show you the one that I think is the cutest. And as you guys are here with me, feel free to sprinkle if you like this project. Let me come back up here a little bit. Feel free to ask me questions. If you're thinking, ooh, I love those stencils, or I love that chalk paste, I want some of that. I did drop a pin at the bottom, and it's http://magnoliadiy.com, all smushed together, and it's right here. I also put that same information up at the top. So if you just click on that, it'll take you right to my website. And I am a creator with that company. So what that means is that I make a small percentage of any sales that come into the company through my website, but it doesn't cost you any more. And it helps me be able to continue crafting and sharing and doing these videos and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, so this is what I made. This one says happy, and I put it towards the bottom. Look at those little white paw prints. And this one says home towards the bottom. And these are 2 different styles. This one was the solid and this was one of these. But I liked the look of them together. These came from my Dollar Tree this week. Like, I got them 2 days ago, I think. And they're $1 a piece. And I just think there's so many cute things that you can do with this. And you guys, this is For these ones, I did want to mention that I took some white craft paint and a cruddy brush, and I did a little dry brushing over the top of it. Otherwise, it would have looked exactly like this before I did the stencil, just to give it some more interest. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys. What you would need if you want to do this project is you need a background stencil of some sort, whatever it is that you like. The plaid, the puppy paw prints, which could also double as a cat paw print, the polka dots, the wood, or the all over leopard that's soaking in my tub of water, and then the family tile stencil, which has all these great words on it. And we're going to use that to make some cool book projects this fall. So that family tile stencil's a great investment. And if you're looking for some of these all over tile stencils, when you get to my website, which is magnoliadiy.com, just know that in the stencils, you have to click the filter button to get the different sizes. Otherwise, all you'll see is the 8 by 11. And those pattern ones, I think, are 12 by 18 inches. So click the filter button to make sure that you see all the different sizes of stencils they have. And then you'll need some chalk paste in whatever colors you like. So I hope you liked this project. Oh, look at all those thumbs and all those sweet words. Oh, you guys are so nice to me. I really appreciate you watching, and I will be live tomorrow. Well, I'm going to take pictures of all of this and share it in the comments here, as well as in a separate post on DIY Dreaming. Tomorrow I will have another live project that I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but it's a good one. And anyways, I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.